Hello everyone, welcome back to more No Man's Sky. So we have a few quests here that we started and kind of left off. Main one that we want to do is we want to continue trying to help Artemis here. I actually did look some stuff up, and the exocraft stuff that we're looking for is basically the next the next like quest line, more or less. There we go. While I was, just playing the game, I managed to do the translator calibration. It does turn out that you can do it. You can technically do it to anybody. Whoa. It's a stellar intelligence. Stimulus anomaly. Depolarize. Impulse. Remove synapse. Iteration trace. Repolarize. Rest. Creepy. Very creepy. Whoops. I appear to be running into it. Actually, I think it might be like deflecting my attacks back at me. Because I'm like shooting and then I'm taking damage. Some of these you can actually like attack and destroy and get cool stuff from. Doesn't seem to be the case with this particular one, which is unfortunate. So, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of these is. When, like, you can't interact with them or anything, so... Back to the potential assistance over here. Also, in case I forgot to mention, this is a Patreon early access series. You can, get Patreon early access if you want it. You just have to go to my Patreon. I'm going to assume that this is what I'm supposed to be looking for. Initiating landing sequence. Indeed, right over here. See, like, that's the thing. I always try to see if I can't find the structures first. Because it's so much easier than using the freaking visor. Roll. Insignificant, does not register with a convergence of interest, but not of worth. To the garble of Artemis translators, clear that I am yet to make an impact among the Korvax. I need to improve my reputation rank. Raise your standing with the Korvax by 2? That's gonna be difficult. Because I'm already level 8. Maybe not level 8. But yeah, I'm already like up there. So I have to raise my standing by the Korvax by 2. I wonder if it's actually raising my stand, like, I don't think that it wants me to I don't what am I trying to say? I don't think this number has to go up. Like, I don't think I have to get 2 ranks. I think you just need to get 2 points. So I can either, like, learn, you know, some words or, you know, stuff like that. Which probably would be one of the easiest things to do, is just look for some knowledge stones. I mean, I do understand that the point is that they want you to run the missions. Like that's the, like, purpose, is to give you a tutorial on, like, hey, you know, go run some missions, and then, but I think it would just be easier to just raise my standing by 2 via other things. But we'll find out. We'll try getting a couple of words, and we'll see if that counts. We'll try doing some things that will assist the Korvax. You know, stuff like that. And we'll go from there. And the goal is really just, again, raising our standing by 2. So, in fact, I even have some Korvax casings, now that I think about it. Ooh. Artifact dig spot. Here we go. I was already on the terrain manipulator. First ancient key. This should earn me some points with the Korvax too, if I remember how these work correctly. Artifact fragment. Then somewhere down here should be, maybe I need to go up to see it. There we go. Large artifact crate. It's just weird that I couldn't see that from down there, but it's fine, I guess. Where did the marker go? I was way off, apparently. Ancient key, ancient key, ancient key. And unusual rodent sack. Now I have a fossil. It's difficult to be sure exactly what this fossil represents. Paleobiology is only a matter of guesswork and intuition. Certainties from our own era cannot be projected backwards in time. Very, very true. That didn't actually increase my standing at all, unfortunately. Ooh, there's a sentinel. Haven't seen sentinels in a while. But yeah, I think I might have some Korvax casings. Those will increase our standing as well. I thought this would, like, just finding the knowledge stones would, but maybe I have to do a certain amount of knowledge stones to increase my standing each time. So well, here's another knowledge stone. Also, I just picked up something on accident. Another Korvax word. I think maybe going back up to the space station might be the best option now. But yeah, I'll have to check my storage system to see if I have any Korvax casings. If not, then that could also be an issue. I did create a base here in this particular system. You actually see it right there on that, right at the edge of my cockpit. So, but the new planet, the planet that I built a base on is pretty cool. So, do you find it funny though that, like, the game's just like, you don't have a high enough standing, but I'm like level 3 or 4 with the Korvax. I don't remember exactly. Wow. Rate a planetary harvester, Merchant's Guild. These are all, like, only one of these is even a Korvax mission, so that sucks. I guess it's one way to get nanites. But I can also talk to each of these people up here. Request some dialect help. Get some friendship symbols. And you can also like practice your language skills. If you do well, that can also increase your standing. Friendship symbol. I mean, learning languages is always a good thing no matter what, so... Destroy! I think I just got a milestone for learning a certain amount of words. Gex symbol. I don't think there's enough Korvax up here for me to learn enough words. There is a set amount of, like, words, though. Like, you can eventually max out your languages. It takes forever, but it is something that you can technically do eventually with enough work. I met 50 aliens. Viking word for I. What is he selling? Chromatic metals. I will definitely take that. Did I need 2 or was it 3 of the wiring looms for my ship? It was 3. I'll buy 1 more off of you. I think I've just bought 2 more off of him, but it's fine. I do not have 6.7 mil, so cool ship. I done goofed by talking to him again. Cool ship, but unfortunately I cannot afford. But we now have a cadmium drive installed. And that is good. What about you? What are you selling? Very similar set of stuff. He's not selling the chromatic metal though. So Okay. Thanks for that. Switch to the quest. Does it not matter where I go? It used to. It used to matter. You used to have to go to a specific planet, otherwise they didn't count your kills. But if it doesn't matter, then I'm going to actually land, and I'm going to go to my base. So that I can show my base off. Plus, it's just easier to get there and back via teleportation. So, I've talked to you already. I've not talked to you, however. Korvax's word for holy. And more chromatic metals. Probably have more than enough chromatic metals now. But that is nice that that you can get chromatic metals here. Now, this particular base doesn't exactly have a structure around it. Because I didn't really put any time into that part. But I found some I found an electromagnetic like space. And so I have these electromagnetic generators running. Well, I have one Korvax casing, but one should be enough. I should be able to increase my ranking by them, with them by one, so. I also have some activated indium in my inventory because the weekly mission for the Nexium was to collect a whole bunch of activated indium. They weren't even doing anything, and then I came around. Like, they weren't even harming anyone, and then I came around, and I just started killing them. Sometimes I'll shoot down, like, the predators that I'll see around. Also, I have my combat scope now. I don't think I got that in an episode, but I honestly don't remember. So... shoot it in the face. Deal more damage if you shoot it in the face. That's 8 creatures. I always feel really bad when I have to do one of these missions. Like, I wouldn't necessarily mind if it was like, you know, shooting down predators or something. But it seems like I always end up just having to find just completely random creatures and just annihilate them. For more or less no real reason. You know? That right there will get me one standing with the Korvax. And I should be able to just hand over the Korvax casing to get the other one that I need. The other standing. Now the fun part comes. I can never remember where, like, I always have trouble finding, like, my bases afterwards. But it's just right over here at the moment. So weird, dude. Why am I having so much lag today? This is, like, way more than normal. There's a knowledge stone. Did I activate this one? Looks like I did. Apparently I didn't search everything, but it's fine. Alright. Back up to Hayevsk. So now I just need to find Korvax with which to hand over this casing. That's a Viking. Offer a gift. There's one. So apparently I didn't talk to this guy at all because I can ask for more assistance from him. So that's 1 point of standing, and then this is the other point of standing. Cool. Good thing I did that because Raid of Planetary Harvester was next. I don't really think I wanted to do that. It's a good thing I had that one casing. But yeah, if you just have two of whichever you know, like gift, you know, you need, you can just get your standing up super fast that way, and it's way easier that way than sit there and struggle or fight with doing missions or anything like that when you get to that quest. So sadly I only had the one casing. I don't often care too much about the Korvax. I'm more of a Gek person myself. So the good Gek, not the, you know, war hungry, you know, conquering ones, but the merchant guild. the merchant Gek, you know? What they became after the Korvax just completely, like, changed them. After they mixed their liquid nanite blood with them. As I approach the life form, the lights in its shell casing begin to brighten and constrict, chattering noises issuing forth. I hold out a scanner. It's unclear if Artemis's translator is working. Ask for information. Lifeform chatterings ends, and they stare at me with disappointment. Lifeform's shell casing begins to dilate and flicker. I attempt to scan my scanner, but it's clear that my tool interferes with its own. I allow the life form to scan me. They create a three-dimensional cross-section of body, exosuit, skin, organs, all included, finding the model through occasional projections. Eventually, it is complete. This data is invaluable to Korvax convergence. Thank you, Traveler. I will, of course, assist you. That's the life form to decode the star chart and provide a route to Artemis's location. Location does not exist, Traveler. Nothing is more tragic than a corrupted piece of code. As if they could have made a mistake. Korvax seemed momentarily confused, as if the concept that they could have made a mistake has never even been considered. Claim their systems are infallible, superior to the judgment of any organic life form. I apologize and leave. The stars in Artemis's chart do not exist. Incoming message, Artemis. There you are. I found high ground, I think. When you arrive, I'll fire my multi-tool into the air to mark my location. What's wrong? Why aren't you saying anything? Tell Artemis what happened. Tell Artemis the locals could not decipher their star chart. The alien even went so far as to claim those stars did not exist. That's impossible. Can't have traveled that far from charted space. You found my ship? Ask how Artemis got there. As I speak, the line begins to crackle with interference. Artemis looks up at the stars in panic. Stars, they've altered since I made that chart. Blinked out in... How is this possible? What's happening to me? I need to get out of here. I need to... It is quiet at first, but it is there, unmistakable, growing steadily louder with each passing moment. A sound beneath their words, a sound as if glass could scream. Ask what's happening. They're coming for me. I can see them, smell them. I discovered the glyphs for portals, Traveler, gateway between worlds. Thought it would lead me to another of our kind. And now I don't even know if the voice was real. The pathway collapsed while I was still inside. I found this place in the darkness. Thought perhaps it was a planet. I was so wrong. I can see their faces. There are seeds of glass within there. Ask for the glyphs. They're gone. My data fragmented in. I just wanted to discover worlds. Wanted to find other travelers. I didn't. 16. Warn your face. Please, not yet. I'm not. Signal cuts off as it crackles into oblivion. I hear a name through the static. Apollo. Frequency for Apollo has been added to my Hollow Terminus contacts. There we go. So now we can begin speaking to Apollo. And the beginning of the Apollo quest will tie into the base construction quest lines. And so we are now very close to where I want to be. Before we go too far, however, I'd like to come to the Quicksilver dude, because we have enough for a Void Egg. So I'd like to pick one of those up real quick. Quick. I wondered if the jetpack could go high enough. The answer was no. I don't really have any, upgrades, though. So that's part of it. What have you learned, traveler? What generates Artemis Entity's signal? Mention the portal. Tell Nada how we failed to understand Artemis's location. Explain their strange message. Their strange messages, Apollo, and the portal glyphs. Nada pauses. The lights blink as they process this information. Artemis slips between worlds. Into the datafall. Our home lives in these spaces. But these holes are stable. Small. Nada is worried, traveler. Cracks between the iterations should not widen. It will not help us. Artemis Entity still does not remember Nada. They did not. It's a puzzle. A trap or a tragedy. Apollo Entity is unknown to Nada. More puzzling still. If Traveler Entity is curious, Nada has advice. The Rampant Crimson is the work of Atlas Falsity. Other Korvax say deity. Nada knows better. Atlas False Entity hunts Nada, but Traveler may seek them out, draw them away. Boundaries are strange things, traveler friend. Most things stay where they belong. Other things, our home, Atlas, and now Artemis friend, slip between them. Curious. Let's go about portals. Just devices, traveler friend. To be understood, copied, and advanced. That is all we can do with this universe, yes? Appreciate it. Alright. Search for Artemis and the mysterious Apollo. Goes to the machine. Something terrible has happened to Artemis. The signal cut off as they were surrounded by strange figures. They described as having seeds of glass within their skin. Before they went, they managed to transmit the frequency for someone named Apollo. Do not know if the stranger will prove friend or foe. Locate Hollow Terminus. So, let's hop aboard the UNC Explorer Mark III. And begin scanning for a hollow terminus. And off we go. Hi. We hear you, traveler. We are connected. Your body is of ours. Oh yeah, because I have the Void Egg. Craft is like none I've ever seen before. It looks alive. Its broadcast is pure music, and yet I understand. the melody making words in my mind. The void egg I acquired from the space anomaly begins to resonate in response. The tones that had previously formed words now shift in form, modulating their music into readable nav data. Coordinates have been registered to my starship systems. Interstellar coordinates received. Cool. We'll do that later. Oh, I have no fuel. That's why. Fugitive starship detected. Theft entity Nubberg. It's fine. I don't really need to fight them. I'm only gonna get 121k from them. So not really worth spending the time on. Alright, it actually took me straight to the... No, it didn't. That was a floating island. I thought that was the hollow terminus, but it was not. Unfortunately, I'm not immediately seeing the hollow terminus either. That said, I'm really bad at figuring out how to read the radar here. So, seems like everything that the radar is pointing to is up in the air, unfortunately. Oop, there's something over there. Yeah, there it is. If I go through the pain of using the analyzer when I can just scan for the hollow terminus itself, you know? Nav data. Always take the rusted metal. If you were planning to build an iron-based base, you really want rusted metal. It is a good way to get ferrite. Hey, standing with the Korvax. Extract some nanites. Extract the stock transfer. And up to the top of the hollow terminus we go. Don't know how many things around here have been discovered by the original person that found this planet 4 years ago. And how many things there are that are just available to just find on my own. Hello terminus activated. Multiple signal sources available. Tower house a powerful transmitter designed to facilitate holographic communication. Transmit to Apollo. And you'll notice Artemis was here, Apollo is on this side. And then there's a third dude that'll be in this spot. It's really neat. Transmission is silent. Stranger just stares at me. Greet Apollo. Identify yourself or I end this call. Say you are a friend of Artemis. No, you're not. Ask why. Why do you use that word at all? Friend. Is it just a label? A pretense to make you feel better about being alone? Why are you contacting me anyway? Is Artemis behind this? I haven't changed my mind. I don't care about their weird dreams. I'll meet if I'm paid to meet. Even this conversation is a waste of valuable time. Artemis is in trouble. Tell Apollo that Artemis is in trouble. They attempted to use a portal and became stranded on some distant and uncharted world, disappearing from the network. Apollo's demeanor changes. They appear uncomfortable at the news. Send me your data logs. Let me see this for myself. Apollo studies the log, pausing and replaying the various segments of static and distortions. They turn to me with a glow of excitement. These noises, they sound just like the echoes of Sentinel events. You've seen them before, of course. Drones that appear from nowhere if you interfere with their precious planets. But this data, it's distorted, inverted. Has a lot to gain if we figure out how the Sentinels appear so quickly. And this, the portals, perhaps they're the key. Sure. So what do you say? Do you want to work together on this? Be partners? If you're going to work with me, we need to expand your base of operations. I'll send you to a contact of mine. They'll supply you with what you need. Just remember to be polite. And there it is. As the hologram recedes, Apollo's head turns to the side ever so slightly, as if sighing, saddened. Or perhaps it was nothing. A ghost in the machine. Apollo's contact is outside local system. Alright, well, off to our galaxy map. And yeah, I mean, this is literally what I wanted to get to. Because this is when we can start getting into some of the extra base construction stuff. Ooh. The pirate dude, his cost went down. Let's see, Atlas Station, current mission. Okay, I see it there. Isbird. Hello? Ooh. We're getting a Viking overseer, apparently. Very interesting. Side note, this is my first recording since I have seen the dentist. And the dentist basically took one look at the tooth that I was having trouble with, and was like, yep, that tooth is basically, screwed. So is like really the only thing we can do. Or rather, the cheapest option of what we can do is go in and remove that tooth. Dual barrel roll. Bang, 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 bang. Ha ha. One left. More than one left. Good grief, how many are there? Recharge! I mean, there's at least two left. I forget that you can, I forget that there's a quick recharge menu. Good gravy. There's like 8 pirates in this one fight. Like, what the frick, dude? I don't think I've ever seen this many pirates in like just one fight before. Bang! Another one? Seriously, how many are there? Pulse engine back online. But I don't want to use pulse engine because I want to take down these pirates. This is probably where I get my freighter. Woo! Civilian fleet saved from pirates. Zoyach Longtongan Interloper, Viking warrior, Emperor Kukilongi, Nisanga, docking at Galaxia, Aponigog. The life form, who must be the captain of this freighter, looks greatly relieved. They gesture as if to welcome me aboard their vessel. Heck yeah. Navigational data received. Freighter. Scrapper destroyed 15 starships. Wow. I went straight through the ship. That was amazing. Also, let's use the new teleporter. I mean, it's not that new, but still. Freighter time! Gra, Ugan Sandloper, Empire Uyuzaba from Zixizol. Dog Viking Oheko come the reading. The alien barks a loud battle cry as I approach, celebrating our victory, I hope. They gestured towards the control panel of the freighter, as if to suggest I take command. Ooh, an A-class. Very nice. There we go. Freighters. Manage fleet. Oh, I actually do have somebody. I have a combat frigate. I had no idea. Speak with the navigator. Interloper Captain. Our ship lacks a fleet command room. We cannot possibly dispatch expeditions in this state. Navigator Megagig has prepared an expedition for my fleet. My freighter lacks a fleet command room. I need to maintain communications during the voyage. Alright. Build a base inside of your freighter. Oh my goodness. They really changed up the way that this freaking starts. Like, it never used to start with anything in it. So, this is kind of awesome that, like, there's actually stuff in here. That said, what is this? Nothing. Just a decoration, I think. Yes. Literally just two decorations stacked on top of each other. That's what it is. Here's the exterior for the freighter. And I think that's about all that there is on here. Not that I have any issue with that, by the way. This is a glass corridor. Freighter corridor. Cultivation chamber. I think just because I haven't started the base building yet, I'll leave that for now. Bulkhead door. Freighter corridors. That should be fine. Galactic trade room, construction specialist room, fleet command room. And that's it. I can't even, oh, I can. Freighter corridor right here. Bulkhead door. Straight. L junction, T junction. Another cultivation chamber. And look at this, we have access to all of the storage now. Or at least freighter-wise, we do. I have no idea how exactly all of this is set up. So, that said, one thing I really like is that they moved the paths that go out into this area off to the sides of the bridge, because it used to be smack dab in the middle of this thing, and you literally just had no choice but to just have this annoying stairway right in the middle of it. But we don't have to have that now, which is great. So, Now, unfortunately, it looks like I only have freighter corridors. I don't have the freighter rooms. So, I'm gonna just kind of have to just utilize what we have at the moment. We have a little bit of tritium, but only like a tiny bit. Meow. There's also a refiner room, so that's good. I actually need to be able to access my storage so that I can get to my storage. Oi! That's slightly annoying. Well, I can at least place down a refiner for now. And now we have a nice large refiner here. Let's see. We can also set different colors. Unfortunately, the only pink they have is teal and pink, and I don't like that one. So, the red and dark gray, though, looks pretty good. So let's do that. And then we'll go through and we'll set all of the rooms to utilize that coloring. But now we have a large refiner. So now we can really do stuff. Actually, I'll just turn some of my sodium nitrate into sodium. That will let me have access to my storage. Unfortunately, I really do need to get the freighter, room. If I really want to put down my, my storage system. But since at the moment I only have storage 0 anyway, it'll be fine. Let me go ahead and break open that geode real quick. But yeah, now we can access our storage system, which is awesome. Which means that also we can begin to go in and construct what we need. We need silver and we need sodium and we also need tritium. Let me grab some tritium, I'll grab some sodium, I'll grab some silver. And the way that I usually do this, that I essentially can't do at the moment, is I build a big room to store all of these. Unfortunately, like I said, we can't do that at the moment. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, it's 10 rooms, so it needs to be think 4, 3, or, yeah, 4, 4, 4, 4 and 4 is 8, so then 2, okay, so 2, got it. So then 6 goes here. Seven goes here. Eight goes here. And 9 goes there. Just like that. Now normally I would then place rooms in the middle of all of this, but we don't have access to full-on rooms right now. So really all I can do is attach some corridors to create the illusion of a single room being here. So, but yeah, this is a good start for a storage system. I have a much better design that actually sees the storage system like placed properly and in a way where it's all like even, you know? Like you would walk in here and you would have an even amount on each side, and this would be like 3 wide instead of 2 wide. But we'll work with that. You know, we'll work on getting that eventually. For now, let's go ahead and put our freighter command room right here. And that'll connect directly to the refiner, which then connects to the storage system. And that should work out fine, really. Calibrating command post to new master signature. Success. Master profile indicates 1 support frigate available. Profile indicates no frigate fuel blueprints available. Download. Frigate fuel. All right then. I have 1 set of 200 ton. Luckily, frigate fuel is super cheap. It's just dihydrogen and freaking what is it? Dihydrogen and tritium. So I believe that our ship was a combat ship, right? Yes, interstellar frigate. Roll combat. 7, 2, and 1. Fleet rating is 2. Difficulty rating is 1. Fuel requirement 50 tons. 45 minutes. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to go and edit my save file in such a way that I can send 2 freighters out on a single mission and have instant freighter mission completion. But I'm also not saying that. You know? Also not, not saying I'm going to do that. Fleet Command Online. Calibrating to Fleet Commander Gugini of the DSE-4 on Matop's coup. Greetings, Interloper Captain. Your expedition has covered 199 light years. I estimate our plotted route will take a further 43 minutes. All systems nominal. Alright, so I can't continue anything with that until they are finished. Let's see. I don't think I can do anything here. Yeah, I need salvaged frigid modules. Frigate, whatever. But yeah, there's tons of stuff. There's a technology room. There's reinforced windows. There's a glass corridor, stairs, platforms, catwalks. Ladders, appearance modifier, teleport chamber, biological room, double cultivation room, nutrition room, industrial room, stellar extractor room, orbital exocraft materializer, which we definitely need, storage room, and with a good bit of nanites, we can recolor our freighter by learning some colors. And eventually we can even get a better warp drive that will let us go to red, green, and blue stellar bodies via Frigate. Right now, the only way that we can do that is... the only way we can get to red are through our regular ship, so... And then here's all of the upgrades for missions. So, powerful fuel upgrade overloads frigate engines, allowing for faster than usual travel. And let's see, this one... autonomous explosion has been programmed to launch from the fleet and pilot themselves directly towards hostile vessels. Mineral compressor allows fleet mining crews to liquidize the substances they extract for both faster processing and easier transportation. Holographic analyzer overclocks the existing fleet systems, allowing for faster than light calculations. Heat is the problem, and the chips do not last long. And a mind control device. Plugged into the ship's trading and communication system, allowing the fleet commander to gain the upper hand in any negotiation. There's also the matter beam for interplanetary transport of matter. That's probably the first thing that we're going to get. And then there's the interstellar cannon, which gives us the galactic scale sensors, which give us the economic and conflict data. So... but yeah, now we can start collecting frigate modules. In order to collect frigate modules, though, we have to find derelict freighters. And not the kind that spawns the pirates, but the kind that you can go inside of and explore. So... finding those is not the easiest thing. So... there used to be a guy on the space station, and once a day you could talk to him, and he would give you a derelict frigate detector. I have not seen that person since this update, so I have no idea if they still exist. And if they do, I have no idea where they are. But there used to be this little, like, sketchy dude that was in every space station. You'd have this little, like, side area that was just like a tent, basically. But I don't see him anywhere. So, not sure where he is.
Bruh, interloper, you are late. You were supposed to arrive minutes ago. Nonetheless, the price has been paid, and I have obtained the requested upgrades. New modules for your base and protection against the elements. Where is your base sited? What sort of hazard protection meets your needs?
Heat protection?
Excellent choice, interloper. Leave here at once and expand your base. May it prove a mighty stronghold as you explore the universe. Rah!
Turn to your base. Huh. Okay, that's different. They didn't give me the overseer. They were just like, alright, here's a bunch of stuff for you. So that's interesting. An A-class multi-tool. And this has an S-class mining beam upgrade on it. It's 4 million units, though. The damage potential is also vastly lower. Though I wonder if that has to do with any of the stuff that I've, like, installed. Because, like, I have the survey device and the combat scope. And, like, the bolt caster. I do like me rifle-based multi-tools. But I also kind of prefer the smaller ones. Like the pistols. Also, both of these are rifles, which I find hilarious, because that does not look like a rifle at all. Oop. This does, but the other one does not. I just noticed it's purple and green. Jardoon would have a fit. That makes me laugh. Gex symbol. Mystery symbol. Which I think I don't know if that gives me a random symbol or if the idea is that it gives me stuff that's not covered by the others. But I usually hit the mystery symbol whenever I see it, just because it usually gives me when it pops up and is like, you got these things. I'm like, that does seem like something that's not necessarily, something that you would normally see in the others, Like the symbols I or me or things like that, for example. Like, I suppose those could be friendship related. But I don't actually know. Like the word and, for example. Like, what would that fall under otherwise? We are getting some dialects, though. Even more Korvax. The word anomaly. I've talked to you already. I think I've talked to just about everybody. And learned just about everything that they're willing to help me learn. Viking symbol. Hark. Get that nav data. Switch to Aegis of the Void. I don't remember this ship. Like, I thought the last ship that I grabbed that looked like that, I thought I turned it into a customization module. This thing is barely worth any scrap. But I happened to notice while I was on one of the planets that I had that, and I was like, I don't know where that came from, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright, well, we don't actually have a base here. But that's fine. The base that I want to go to, the main base that I want to utilize right now is Gabo. So I want to actually, you know, turn this into a legitimate base at some point. Because it's a nice planet. So locked out again. There have been some days that my mom and dad have let the cats into the bedroom at night, and some days where they don't. And today is one of those days where they decided to, you know, close the door and everything. So there's my construction terminal, which is great. There's my roamer geobay. Now we have a cylindrical room and a door. So this isn't really going to attach to anything. Just because I don't really have it. I don't really have this set up to be something that is attached to. So I am just going to probably just set this over here for now. I don't know yet what kind of like full base I want to build. Make the door. It actually said like, and now make the door. So Expanding your base. Build construction terminal. New mission available. Expanding the base. Hire a base overseer. The overseer will help expand your base. Hire staff from space stations. So with that said, real quick, I need to grab, well, I need to clear all of this. Seriously, I wish there was a, like, fast way to clear everything. A mark all as red, you know? Because this is so annoying, having to go into here, hover over it, wait for it to clear, and then move on to the next thing. Especially when, like, some of this you have to, like, expand in order to clear. And sometimes you hover over the thing and it doesn't register the clear. And you would think that, you know, hovering over the piece when it's like these, right? You would think that that would clear all of the sub-pieces, but nope. Sub-pieces are unique, and you have to do the same thing for them. Super annoying, is what I'm saying. Go ahead and... Just because I like my wires to look neat. Go ahead and bring that up. And I mean, you can already see, like, this just straight up doesn't work. Like, there is another piece to this. There's a like, a ramp. Oh, actually, I can just walk in here. Cool. I didn't think it could. Maybe that's just something that they've corrected. But yeah. That said, the other thing that the game has given me is the Roamer Geobay. Which means that finally, at long last, I can make a roamer. I need one extra ion battery, and then I need 50 of this paraffinium. And at long last, we finally have our first exocraft. What a beaut. And then you can come in here and you can color it. And you can put decals on it, such as Artemis, Null, Atlas, Curious Fauna, Nada, Polo, Viking, Get, Korvax, The Blob. Numbers. We put just the anomaly helmet. Put the galactic hub symbol. I don't know what the triad symbol is. Chevron. Circle, triangle, glyph. Looks like you can only put the numbers 1 through 3, which is interesting. We'll put Artemis on the left door. And we'll put Apollo on the right door. And then we can put Null on the cover. And it's odd that this is considered pink for the thrusters. And this is black for the thrusters. But yes, these are supposed to be the color of the thrusters. But you can see that that's not actually the color. It's like placing. Like if I want pink, purple is more pink than purple. Or than pink. The pink is more pink than the pink is. And there we go. We now have our first exocraft. Let's see, forward grip and angular grip. Drift suspension, grip boost. Overhauls the handling values to a combination of software tweaks, pressure adjustments, and the insertion of microgravity wells. Specifically tuned to increase the ability of the exocraft to turn sharply. This one is specifically tuned to increase the ability of the exocraft to drift. And this one allows you to slide. So now there's absolutely no point to doing all 3 of these because they just basically override each other when you do that. But yeah, on the aspect of the actual like base, I'll probably do some base work off camera to actually like build a real base. But for now, this is our base. So, and we will get a much better one eventually. But in order to get that better base, we need people. So let's go up here and give me just a moment. Alrighty. I just needed to turn off the main light to make things a little easier on everybody. Let's see. Potential Overseer recruit. Distance of 10,000 units. What? Maybe it hasn't registered that I went to the space station. Might need to turn around and re-land in order to get it to properly add the Overseer to the station. Yeah, there it goes. I guess they didn't expect me to teleport, which is hilarious because they definitely gave me a teleporter. Todd!
Is it really you? Forgive me. I've been searching for such a long time. I'm contracted to aid you in this and every cycle. Don't worry, everything was paid for a long time ago. It's all quite above board.
As the stranger speaks, a smell assaults me, a pheromone infesting my brain, giving me memories of places I never visited or actions I never took. Of myself in a mirror, aged and alone. Of this Gek cradling their fallen brethren. Of a bargain made many years from now. A contract signed across the cosmos. Vision ends and the Overseer remains. And if Overseer promises to expand my base, allowing me to recruit other workers, I require a construction terminal to get started. There's something compelling about this Gek. I shall feel at home in my home.
I will be at my station before you know it. See you soon, friend.
Alrighty. Trader Tud will be our Overseer, which is awesome. A word for mission. And the Korvax word for fascinating. Also, apparently I had a Korvax casing, and I kept not doing anything with it.
I'll not lose you again, friend. Not now. Not so close to the cycle's conclusion.
If I'd done the right thing inviting this being into my home, only time will tell. At least I will have company.
I'll be at my station before you know it.
Apparently I have more Korvax casings. Let's do more mystery symbols. Word for it. But like, how many of these do I have? Oh, I have... see, you know what? I thought I had 3. They were on my starship, is what it was.
Viking warrior, help protect Kikanzaksum interloper Haz.
Getting there with the Viking, or at least with that particular line. Learn the word for honor.
Honor or death.
Polyglot. Learned 80 words. Does that mean that I can now cast Xenoglossy? That's an FF14 reference, by the way, if, you know. I don't know how much crossover there is between, you know, Final Fantasy XIV and No Man's Sky. The 10,000 nanites still. This is another rifle based. The Surge of Zeal. This is also the Surge of Zeal. Is it a different Surge of Zeal? The Knights requested Korvax Entity Miseros Forward Technology Upgrade. It is a B-class Surge of Zeal. Well then. The scanner range is poor. But the damage potential is way the heck up. Let's go ahead and just straight up buy that then. And we'll switch back to our quantum tier, or quantum tuner. And I think we'll just move all of these technologies over. I do like that you can do that now, because it didn't used to be a thing that you could do. Like, you weren't able to, like, move your technologies around before, like this. I think that's it, because I don't need the analysis visor, and I don't need the scanner, right? Those are just part of every single multi-tool. Yeah, analysis visor, scanner, mining beam. 'Tis all here. There's also a scatter blaster. Survey device. Combat scope. Advanced mining laser. Fine-tuned beam amplifier. Put the A rank into the supercharged slot. Install our bolt caster. Install our terrain manipulator. And install our photon mirror, which actually, this should go into the supercharge because it's an S rank. And there we go. So we have an S rank, an A rank, and a B rank. The advanced mining laser doesn't count because that's just basically required for any you know, multi-tool, just in general. So, let's see, not you. Let's see what the, multi-tool dude has to sell us. We don't need either of these. There is a C rank scanner module, but there's also another S rank mining beam module. Now that probably means that I'm going to have to remove the fine-tuned beam amplifier. But that's fine. Yep, there we go. Technology overloaded. So then let's go ahead and dismantle that. Now it's not overloaded anymore. We have a scanner range of 219. Damage potential is still 2,000. Oh, terrain manipulator is empty. That's why it's flashing. I was like, why is my terrain manipulator flashing? Got it. Now we also have an S rank scanner. Mineral analysis rewards go up by 9,000%. And our fauna analysis reward go up by 8,000%. And our scan radius is now 32%. So, scanner range is now 297. I would like a bolt caster module. But he's not selling either A or S rank. And in fact, he's only selling a C rank, and there's really no point to spending the money on those. So, I shall not do anything with those, really. So, freighter is out of range, naturally. Cool. I am pleased with this. What about Exocraft research? I don't suppose you have any S-rank booster modules? Exocraft cannon module, but I never really used that. And none of the other stuff really matters, so... Alright, that's fine. I'm good with that. What about starship upgrades? Any good starship upgrades here? An S-rank hyperdrive module. It's also the phase beam, the phase cannon, and the phase beam modules, which are both A rank. It's also the Starship Shield module that's A rank, and that's not a bad thing. It's not as great as an S rank would be, but A ranks aren't bad. Well, let's just go see our overseer for now. Meaty chunks I don't need anymore. Mordite I don't need anymore. I'll just sell that. It's fine. I don't really need it, to be honest. Here we go. Those are some of the things that I needed to sell. I want to get rid of those from my inventory. Alright, back to our base, quote unquote. The Gaboo colony. That said, let me go into my discoveries here. The planet is named Hykar at the moment. I think I want to change its name to what should it be? Alondris. We are going to name it Alondris. Supposedly you can also change the names later, but I don't know yet how to do that. So there's an underwater... What the frick? Okay. Like, this is the planet I'm on, game. There we go. This isn't... oh! All three of the remaining creatures are all found underwater, so... that is something for me to consider. That's not horrifying looking at all. I love the tiny head. It's not showing me these creatures. Oh, it's not showing me anything now. Yes, you're a very good game, No Man's Sky. Hello, Halodivum was found in the grasslands. Nervous and flighty, these creatures exist in a constant state of nervous excitement, ready to flee at the first sign of danger. They root through the underground in search of food, chewing at the heads of ripe grasses. I'm trying to think of names for these things, because I do get nanites if I, like, discover everything. So it wouldn't hurt to do that. And if I'm gonna upload the data, I'd like to actually, you know, name everything. So... hello, Trader Tud. You have so much to learn, so much to see, and this place will be our home amidst the infinite. Take this glass, and let starlight flood into our jolly home. New product received. Glass. Everything pours through glass in the end. This time enough for that. There are other things we have to do. If you prepare chromatic metal, I will use it to calibrate a science terminal suitable for a Korvax entity. The Korvax have suffered terribly at the hands of my people. Be kind to them, I beg of you. The Overseer asked me to gather chromatic metal in preparation for the recruitment of a Korvax scientist. Trader Tud is already making themselves useful. Science terminal, a new Korvax guest, and all for just a handful of chromatic metal. Cool. So now we know how to make glass. We don't know how to make windows at all, but we do know how to make glass. I have 866 chromatic metal, so I'm not worried at all. The chromatic metal friend, do you have it? The relationship is not yet clear, but it's obvious from the urgency in the Gek's voice that they are uncomfortable with my inaction. Since they have grand plans for me. It's only natural, I suppose. They must sit here alone, bound by some unknown pact, while I have the freedom of the stars. The Overseer is anxious for me to continue with my mission. Apologize to the Gek for my lack of speed. They seem pleased by my contrition. Oh, I see. Because I talked to him before the freaking quest had marked that I needed to return to the Overseer. So... there you are again, traveler. I'm sure you have the required materials this time. The Overseer speaks strangely, implying that we have performed this encounter before. I have no memory of such meetings. Ask who paid for the service they are performing for me. They laugh and claim that my child did, many years from now. I do not know what they are talking about. The Overseer asks me for the chromatic metal. It is a little odd, after all. Perfect, friend. I knew you would succeed. Just what I need to finish the science terminal plans. There we go. Chromatic metal and magnetized ferrite. We have littered the universe in our greed, traveler. This planet is no exception. There's much that can be done with litter. Make your way to an abandoned structure and harvest the data from their terminals. I shall use it to fashion us plans for a storage container. Nice! Trader Todd is reflective for a Gek. They almost seem to regret the greed that characterizes their people. They wish to make something new from the remains of the old. Is this just greed in disguise, or something else? Whatever their motives, the Overseer claims I will find data for a storage container blueprint in a nearby structure. You won't regret it, friend. I've marked you a site that seems to be ripe for exploitation. So, let's build us a science terminal, which I need the magnetized ferrite for. Which I should have plenty of. Let's put some of this stuff away for now. Keep forgetting to put the Star Shield batteries into the starship. That would probably be a good idea. Oh, I actually have 3 wiring looms in here. I meant to take them out, not put them in, so, you know, that's why I put them back in. Or that's why I took them out. Magnetized ferrite. I dislike that you can't divide it by, like, even amounts. Or not even amounts, but like individual amounts.
Orbital station coordinates received.
Hire a base scientist. Since I seem to quite regularly need to use it from this side, I am going to move it so that it is here instead. And of course I'll have to rewire everything, but that's perfectly fine. Oh, there it is. Like now I just gotta find my wire. Because I only deleted the one here. It didn't delete all the way up to the building, so. I like the heat waves. But yes, this side is meant to be the front. So, you know, just gonna go ahead and summon our freighter right there. I love that. Hilariously enough, you can't summon the freighter that close unless you're on the planet. If you actually fly up, you have to get further from the planet than that. So. Do I? 2 hours? And once again, I need to leave and come back in order for the scientists to actually spawn. Wait, I just back up into the space station, you know? And then it would turn me around automatically, but apparently not. And when I did make it turn around, I had to back up in order to get into the tractor beam. Unknown life form, I passed my test. Yo, I am free to explore, free to pursue my passion for structural analysis. Do you have a base, a science terminal? Think of all that might be done. Corvex is happy, overjoyed to see me. Seem to have just completed some rite of passage for their species, necessitating them to go out into the universe and pursue their interests. Scientists offer to join my base if I provide them with a science terminal. You think not of payment, scanning you while you sleep will be reward enough. Alright then. Alright then. Expanding the base.
Alert. Navigational data received.
I would hope so. Looks like it's actually over on a completely different planet. So me going there instead may have actually been the right choice. I figured it would still be on the normal planet that I was on, but that it would just be like somewhere, different. But nope, it's on a completely different planet. So I'll take that. We're looking for a structure around here. It's right behind me. Woo! So much easier than traveling to the location and then trying to figure out where it is otherwise. Sometimes, anyway. Sometimes it's easier. Sometimes it's not, but sometimes it is. Microprocessors. I'll take those. Well, this is unfortunate. It is big damaged. There's carbon. Go ahead and research the specimen. Corvax ranked 4 out of 9. Is it just at this teeny tiny little, one building? It is. That's wild, dude. Usually there's more to it than just one tiny little, building. User identified. Terminal active. Assessing schematics. The place the Overseer has led me to has long since fallen into disrepair. Its panels are buried beneath the same oily, pulsating fauna that I've seen before in long-abandoned buildings. They are as fetid and damp. I power up the terminal with little hope of success, but to my surprise, it buzzed noisily and springs to life. My Overseer's intuition has served me well so far. So I'll have to trust that these schematics contain the required data. Once again, just realized I'm not doing a voice. Like, I haven't been doing the voice for the character, you know? Spring egg. So good, dude. Let me tell ya. Such a fun type of creature. Those freaking whispering eggs spawn. Definitely not utterly obnoxious because they don't stop spawning after they start spawning. At least not from the whispering eggs. Clearly the ones in the expeditions do, though. So, at least there's that. At least the freaking monstrosities don't, you know, they do have some period of, like, hey, you know, they stop spawning. That's just part of the Titan worm. The, what is it, hungering tendrils, I believe they were. Whee! Off to our space station again. But yeah, I think that Elandris is a pretty nice planet. I also liked, let's see, Runford Izug here, but it's a pre-discovered, pre-named planet, and I wanted a place that I could build a base, and the planet, I wanted the planet to be something I could actually name, you know? They're both paradise planets, though, so it works out. And while it would be cool to also have it be that I could name the galaxy itself, I'm fine with just with just the one planet, you know? So, DSV-1 Zamakoji. That's my freighter. Back to the Gabo colony. I really need to change the name of that. I also really need to use that settlement map at this point. Now that we have the ability to. Because I would like to get a settlement started as well, you know? Apparently these things just respawn. They reset and respawn, so. Hello, Trader Todd.
You're back. I'm so glad, friend. I'll extract the storage blueprint as soon as I have the data.
It's good to see the Gek is so invested in the success of our home. They're clearly happy to see me, energized for the task at hand.
Here is your blueprint, as promised. A trivial task. The code was just sitting there to be manipulated.
Yay! Should let the Gek get on with their business. Alright, we now have access to all storage containers. So, we turn to the overseer. Hasn't actually detected that I'm on this part. There it goes. So annoying.
Things are going well, friend. It will not be long before violence follows us here. It is inevitable. If I had some microprocessors, I could seal a march on fate. Yes, I would design a weapons terminal suitable for Viking armor.
Overseer asked me for microprocessors in order to design a weapons terminal. Scientists should be able to assist with the task. Trader Todd has been helpful so far, and I have no reason to distrust them. So find the microprocessors they need. So, now I need to return to the scientist.
A fine base, traveler, as of course befits your honorable status. Oh, Korvax shall be so happy here.
Korvax is brimming with enthusiasm. Neither their shell nor the walls of my base seem able to contain them.
Honor to witness the monolith of the traveler. Honor, but please, Korvax, contribute. Take these blueprints, lubricant and acid, liquids close to Korvax hearts.
Acid and lubricant! Woo!
Traveler, harvest marrow bulb, and Korvax will do more. We'll create plans for microprocessors and advanced refiners. Korvax will also clean windows while you are gone.
Korvax is desperate to please, showering me with praise and offers of assistance. They tell me travelers are to be honored, raised above all others. What have I done to earn such esteem? Scientist requires marrow bulb and cobalt, materials found underground. They'll be able to use this substance to create blueprints for microprocessors and advanced refiners.
Joy, our home will be light and our windows will be clean.
What windows? I still don't have the freaking recipe for windows. Yay, Ghost in the Machine can now be continued. But we'll do that later. Right now, I want to continue these quests. Return to the scientist, but I don't have the materials though. Maybe it just hasn't updated. There it goes. Gather marrow bulb and cobalt. I need 30 marrow bulb. And the amount of marrow bulb that I currently have is nothing. Because I could not remember marrow bulb being useful, so I never picked any up. Good. Alright. So we need to find an underground area. Now, I do know... Oh my gosh, that was some lag. I do know that one of my bases has... Bent probe? Gold. One of my bases does have an underground space, but I'm kind of curious to see if I can find an underground area on this planet. Now, you would think that finding an underground area would be as simple as going underground. But caves don't generate that way here. This isn't like Minecraft, unfortunately. Ooh. I thought I would just run those over and they would break, but nope. Here we go. Boom. I am getting some severe lag today for some reason. Hang on. This is not an underground. Maybe it is over here. Ow! This looks a bit more underground. Technically. I don't know that it's counting this section as being underground, though. What? The heck attacked me over here? Is it this? No? That was weird. Exocraft. Can I not summon it down here? That's unfortunate. Sometimes you can. Or at least you used to be able to. Cobalt is something I have plenty of. So I'm not worried about the cobalt. It's the cave marrow bulbs that I need. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. I remember when these vortex cubes used to be amazing to pick up. Because they would give you not just the vortex cube, but they would give you tri-cobalt. And you could just sell tri-cobalt for ridiculous amounts of money. And so it was super useful to come down here and pick up the vortex cubes. Because you weren't looking for the vortex cubes themselves. You're looking for the tri-cobalt that was in the vortex cubes. The vortex cubes, it didn't even matter if you actually, cared about. There have been so many upgrades to this game, though, it's honestly almost ridiculous. You know? It would be like if you went back and tried to play, Minecraft 1.0. After, the freaking, the Trails and Tales update had come out. The sheer amount of new stuff and quality of life is just staggering. I do understand that there are people out there that wanted to play No Man's Sky, but then No Man's Sky came out in such a garbage state that they were like, no, I'm not playing that ever again. But also, I don't know, it's one of those, like, eventually you've got to just, like, you know, let go and forgive people, you know? Like, holding on to that bitterness really doesn't help. Like, and just look at how incredible the game is now. Like, and don't get me wrong, like, I was one of those people that bought the game. I don't think it was launch day, but I had, a long time ago, I had a PS4, and I bought it for PS4. And after playing it on PS4, I played it for like 2 days, and I was just like, alright, there's nothing to do in this game. And I moved on. But just continuing to be upset about that at this point, it would be like being upset that you bought Minecraft back in alpha. You know? And you're like, I'm never gonna touch a single game by Mojang ever again. Like, yes, I get it. You know, they lied. They lied, trust was broken. But what game company hasn't lied? And don't get me wrong, I'm not excusing them lying, but I'm saying that if you're upset because they lied way back then, and that's still like your, you know, reasoning for being upset, like they've done so much with the game, made so many improvements. I don't know. Like, as far as I'm aware, they're not lying now, you know. Am I going up, or am I just going straight? I think I might just be going straight. Oh, I disoriented myself there. I think I was going slightly up, but not by that much. So, that said, I think I might need to consider giving my computer here a little bit of a rest. We are 2.5 hours in, and while I usually try to do streams that are like 4 hours long, and, you know, usually my pre-records have been like 3 hours long. I guess I just don't see it being that much of an issue if the pre-records are only, you know, at like 2 hours-ish. So, but I'm not even sure, like, if it would even possibly be better for these pre-records to be even shorter, possibly. But I don't know.
Traveler, I have prepared your blueprints. Please hurry. Something has happened.
Korvax seems changed from the happy soul they were on my departure. They are fighting their worry, trying to stay focused on their promise to me. The Korvax leans forward, anxious for the rest of the materials. Cobalt.
Korvax has completed the plans, but Traveler, my people have abandoned me. As of 104.32 seconds ago, I lost the hearing, the sight of the Korvax convergence. Eol.
Microprocessors and large refiners.
I seek immediate reconnection. Go to this transmission tower, enter my soul, discover what is wrong, help Korvax with solitude, please.
Entity Lakino is deeply upset, claiming they have been disconnected from the Korvax hive mind. Scientist asks me to take their personality core to a transmission tower for analysis.
Core removed. Entity offline.
New active mission, scientific research.
Data received.
32 minutes away by foot. So, let's go. I think it would still be quite a way even by exocraft. So let's go by ship. And once we've done this, I think that's where we will break at. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's still 50 seconds to get over there, even by ship. So, yeah, something is definitely using up, like, CPU, and that's part of the problem. Will it? No. I was gonna say, will it, like, continue to fly if I click out? And the answer is no. I'm just looking to see if I can see what is using so much CPU. But I'm actually not seeing anything using a lot of CPU. Other than No Man's Sky, anyway. So, as far as I can tell, it's really just No Man's Sky and OBS, which individually are only using 50% of my CPU. Which then begs the question, what the frick is using the other 50% of my CPU? You know? I don't know. Hopefully in October, you know, I've got this disability hearing, and hopefully they will be like, yes, you disable, because there's a lot of things you have wrong that really do in fact count as disability, and freaking, like, SSA always does everything they can to try and just prevent anybody from getting on disability for some reason. Like, you would think that this is, like, the purpose of the Social Security Administration, right? The SSA. But actually, like, the stupid part is this idea of having to go get a lawyer and basically sue the government it's just part of the process. Like, they legitimately, the SSA legitimately just refuses everybody. And, like, you would think that enough people, you know, saying, like, hey, you know, this is, like, not right, and, you know, suing them and everything, would set some kind of precedent in law that the SSA would then have to, like, follow through. And from there, they would freaking, like, this would not be a necessary process. And yet, this is how it has been. Analysis entity Akutai's visor lights flash excitedly as I approach. They offer a friendly greeting, then pose a question. Traveler, the Korvax Convergence, Agradi Neb Tissue 4, Zinskyob Convergence, Hirevus, help. The lifeform makes a scan of my head and displays the results on their datapad. They point excitedly at my brain, then look at me expectantly. I lower my visor. A sharp metal needle emerges from the palm of the lifeform's hand. It moves so quickly that it is in and out of my forehead before I can blink. The procedure was surprisingly painless. Analysis entity Akute thanks me for my donation and hands me an upgrade module in compensation for my lost brain tissue. Ow! Surprisingly painless, you say? As you then freaking demolish my shield. I have met 70 aliens. I like the Korvax too, they're cool. Terminal online. Prepare to insert the Korvax intelligence core into the transmission tower. The judgments of the convergence awaits. Terminal online. Connection established. Error. Diagnostic. Korvax science unit corrupted by traveler interaction. Personality overwritten. Anomaly involvement detected. Solution: quarantine Korvax science unit from convergence. Observe, analyze, silence. Hypothesis: Sentinel, Atlas, universal foci. Countermeasure in progress. Risk assessment: entropic, galactic destruction, rebirth. Error, Atlas, error, error, error. They see you. Well, that's unfortunate for the scientist. That said, I don't appear to actually have an item that is the scientist's core. It used to give you a Korvax convergence cube as the core of the scientist. I suspect that they decided to change that due to the fact that you could just legitimately, like, you know, sell the cube and then basically soft lock yourself if you didn't have another cube. So they probably decided to remove the, you know, giving you the cube thing so that you couldn't screw yourself over that way. There's my freighter. Also, my frigate has come back. So, I should go up and debrief the frigate. Look at how slow this is running. Like, every second of movement is taking almost 2 full seconds. That's ridiculous. It would not let me land. Oh, I just noticed, apparently this is considered an anomalous planet to some degree. Because it mentioned the anomaly strength on my ship. Entity Lakino's shell sits in front of me, awaiting reconnection. Trapped inside the data core, I have no way of knowing how the Korvax has taken the encounter at the transmitter. Shell reconnection in progress. And now I have an hour and a half as the scientist reboots. So, this is probably a good spot to break at because we can't continue the quest anyway. So, I mean, I suppose we can talk to the Overseer real fast and give him the microprocessors. I trust our Korvax friend was helpful. They're merely the start of our merry band. Are you ready to take the next step? The Overseer asked for the microprocessors. You have done so well, friend. I am so very happy. Weapons terminal. Ooh, Pugnium. Now, imagine this, friend. A life form displeases you. You punish it, reward it, reshape it. In time, it would do anything you wanted. So it is with the Sentinels and their attacks. But no more. Now we shall train the trainers. The Overseer requires me to kill Sentinels and bring back their Pugnium. Sentinels have harried me the length of my journey. I shall be free of their constant harassment. I need to acquire some Pugnium. And technically, to a degree, that is probably... Oh, no, okay. Acquire Pugnium. Let's see, we've got the large refiner now. We've got all 10 storage containers. Which is awesome. And we have our weapons terminal. And here's some Pugnium for you. Do you have it, friend? Their flesh, their Pugnium. The Overseer, in something of a state of excitement, asked me for the Pugnium I have gathered. Trader Tud presents me with a reward, as I knew they would. Friend, there's another matter. I gave you the means to create a weapon terminal, did I not? Yet I see no Vy'keen in attendance. Does my help mean so little to you that you would tarry so? You must recruit an armorer before we can proceed. The Overseer requires me to build a weapons terminal and recruit an armorer for my base. Splendid! I do enjoy our Vy'keen friends. We shall all live in harmony, I think. I got Toxic Protection Module. So yeah, I did build the terminal. Requires a skilled armorer for operation. So I have to actually hire the armorer himself, which we can do at some point. Let's go debrief the expedition. up on the freighter. And I think once we do that, I think that's where I will end things off at. Because that just feels like a good time to, stop at. So. Fleet Command online. Calibrating the Fleet Commander Grugini of the DSE-4 Omatom's coup. Log entry. Got some units. No hostiles detected. Performed a survey of the system. Captured pirates in the other system. Got some units. And eventually returned back here. Cool. And yeah, you can actually see that this is one of the people. First Lieutenant DS-4 Omatom's coup. And as we build out our base and our freighter and things, we will get access to more and more and more. That said, I have a storage container that I have to do some organizing with. Because now that we finally have access to all 10, I can start designating these things as specific storage. Like this will be our miscellaneous. Let's do number 1 is going to be our non-chromatic metals, which means stuff like ferrite, silver, gold, pretty much it. Well, platinum too, I suppose. Number 2 can be our chromatic metals. And obviously this will contain our chromatic metal, but also it will contain stuff like copper and indium and so on. Number 3 can be where we are storing trying to think of all the things that I have to be able to store. Carbon. Well, I mean, I suppose I don't. Now that I don't need to be regularly dealing with life support stuff, do I need that much? Carbon and cobalt, because I seem to end up using those pretty regularly. And obviously the upgraded cobalt would go in here, and the regular carbon would go in here. Stuff like ion batteries would go in here. Star Shield batteries would go in here. Advanced ion batteries would go in here. Let's see. We need a place for earth elements. And that would be things like sodium and silicate powder. And then we need a place for gases And that would be stuff like oxygen and dihydrogen. We need a place for plants. And that would be all of the different plant stuff. Marrow bulbs, mordite, phakium, all of that type of stuff. Let me look what else I think there is that I might need to store. I'm gonna want a spot for tech, but I knew that already. Let's see. Pyrite is technically an earth element. Phosphorus is an earth element. Hydrogen is a high energy substance. It's a gas. Just trying to see if any of this stuff is something I can throw still into my inventory, but it's not. So, yeah, like non-chromatic metals, we can put like pure ferrite and ferrite dust. I mean, is silicate powder a metal? Like, it's technically it's an earth element, right? I mean, it's an abundant mineral element. These are metallic minerals. These are asteroid minerals. Rusted metal should go in here too, because it becomes ferrite. My chromatic metals, again, can hold stuff like chromatic metal. I guess I didn't pick up any of my chromatic metals while I was in there. Like, none of it went into my inventory, so. And then, like, carbon. And I think the cobalt and stuff also didn't get picked up. And earth elementals. Oh yeah, this is where I have the silicate powder and the sodium. And it would be where the sodium nitrate would go. The non-chromatics is where the gold would need to go. I was kind of trying to show, like, my opinion on where these things need to be. Gases, this is where I can put stuff like tritium. Oxygen, dihydrogen, which I don't seem to have the dihydrogen in here. Do I have any other plant materials? I don't think so. I don't. This can be underwater components, such as salt, chlorine, etc. I'll make this one our tech, which is where we can store wiring looms, salvage data, launch fuel. Modules can go in here if I need them to. Carbon nanotubes can go in here. I guess technically this is where the batteries and stuff should go, is in here. So, microprocessors, antimatter housing, Instead of miscellaneous, we'll set this to sentinels. And that's where we will put stuff like pugnium and radiant shards and atlantidium and stuff like, walker brains and things like that. All of that can go in there. So, worm skin folios, which I guess these are not sentinel, they're abyss, which are what sentinel, which is technically sentinel. Like, sentinels are part of the abyss and all, so. World of glass, however you want to kind of view it. Then we go back into our non-chromatics, and we put ferrite dust. We can put magnetized ferrite. I don't think I have any other metals. I don't see any gold or silver. Oh, platinum. There we go. That'll work. Then, of course, in our chromatic metals, we can put our copper. And we can also put our activated indium. And then carbon and cobalt all go into here. Which cobalt I have. I don't have any ionized cobalt, just regular cobalt. But that's fine. Earth elements, so like paraffinium and phosphorus. And pyrite. And sodium nitrate. And then gases not only include stuff like dihydrogen, but also stuff like life support gels, regardless of whether they are a gas or not. They use the gas for it. So, and then plants, we've got our mordite, which I think is the only thing that we have that needs to go in here. Underwater components. I don't think I picked up any other underwater components. And then we can store tech. And we can store decoration tech. I guess we can put our storm crystals in here until we need them. We don't need the vortex cubes. Those are for selling. Glass can go in here. Our signal booster can go in here, because we don't need it anymore. And I think for now I will have to just store the ingredients into their own storage, or into the miscellaneous. Antimatter can go in here. However, there is an actual food storage system. And when we get to needing that, that's the kind of stuff that'll go in there. So Viking daggers can go in here. Convergence cubes can go in here. Gek relics can go in here. Ingredients and creature pellets can go in here for now. Juicy grub, I guess, can go in here for now. So all that's left is to put carbon where it goes, dihydrogen where it goes, and navigation data where it goes. So carbon, dihydrogen into the gases, because, you know, hydrogen's a gas. That's my excuse anyway. Even if it doesn't consider it a gas in the game, freaking, it is in fact a gas IRL. So, I mean, maybe dihydrogen isn't, but whatever. Cool. And that basically clears out our inventory. I mean, aside from stuff like this, stuff that's in the starship. So, and I suppose anything that's in the freighter. I forgot all about that. So, oh yeah, I forget that you can also, like, navigate through here technically. So, well, let's go ahead and save. And I think this will be a good spot to end for now. We've done quite a bit of work. With that said, I hope you have enjoyed. Why is this not registered? Like, I literally did this. That's how I got to my base. Whatever. I don't even care. I really don't. Also, I do need to add the shield lattice. Is that sodium nitrate and antimatter? Okay. I'll hold off on doing that just because I know that when I do that, it will ooh, I need more silver. How about that? That's interesting. Like, I know that it'll continue on into the next quest, and then I won't be able to utilize my base computers. So, there was one more combat. Oh, there's two more combats. Difficulty rating of 2, fleet rating of 2. So that should be fine. I'll also see if I can't hire more frigates. I don't remember what it takes to hire them. I think you do actually have to give them an initial, like, amount of units to hire anybody. So it's slightly annoying. The frigate fleet, starship squadron. Engage the freighter warp drive. Which I have nothing. Well, I do have warp cells. So, can use regular warp cells for it. So that's not too bad. Ooh, I actually have an interstellar scanner already. That's cool. We'll put this in. So I don't even know if that does anything. Like it charges the technology, but does it change the? It does. Okay. Yeah, I saw these numbers. The warp efficiency and the hyperdrive go up slightly. So cool. But yeah. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. You know, leave likes, all the stuff. You know what to do, basically. Oh, this is probably gonna make me actually talk to Apollo the next time I go into space. So I guess I will hop into space and contact Apollo, and then he'll give me a thing, and then that will hold. That'll freeze the quest line for a bit, so... Yep, there it is. How's the base? Make sure you hire a few staff with it. What are units for, if not to assert dominance over your fellow life forms, but on to more important things? If you're going to work with me, your equipment needs to be in good condition. Can't have you dying out there. Not yet, at least. You can find nanite clusters scattered in abandoned buildings and other damaged machines. Ironic, really. Same structures the Sentinels destroyed will lead to their deaths. Trade these nanite clusters with merchants and space stations to get the technology you need. Oh, and one last thing. Take this personal force field blueprint. We're going to need it. Consider it a gift. My little investment into our partnership. There we go. I kind of already thought I had the personal force field recipe, but whatever you say. Maybe I didn't. You know, well, no, because all this does is give me 50% resources, so there we go. Complete the installation of the personal force field. We will handle that eventually. So yeah, I think I did all of the outro stuff already. So with that, whoa, I went right past them. If I want frigates, I have to find frigates. So, I have to go to other freighters and find their frigates. And then try to, you know, hire them in. So, I could also, you know, shoot down these freighters and destroy them and laugh at their faces when I have done so. Because, you know, that is a thing you can do now. I'm not seeing any frigates around any of these, so that's unfortunate. Maybe you actually have to go to the one that's marked freighter. Yeah, this guy's got 4 frigates. I see it. Bonk. This guy's got 4 frigates. Let's see. This is the last thing, and then I'm gonna end. I promise. Just, you know, Patreon people just get a little extra today, I guess. Hostile subspace scan detected. I don't feel like dealing with you. They have no frigates, by the way. At least not that I can see. Like, I don't see any frigates. At least not ones that I can hire, anyway. Like, there's this frigate over here. But that doesn't have the little green, like, you can buy this frigate marker on it. So, yeah, if I were to come over here normally on a frigate, I would get, or that I could, like, buy, I would get a call on my starship communicator. So, they don't want to be bought, these particular frigates, and that's fine. So I'll just, you know, work on, you know, finding frigates that will allow me to hire them. So, with that, I will see you all next time, I suppose. And also, I suppose this did come out a week early for Patreon people. So if you want to see this stuff early, feel free to come on out to Patreon. It helps support the channel. And I'll see you next time. See you later.